Okay, in this video we're going to work on the map. We're going to work on building buildings and stuff like that. We're going to kind of go over how this map is built. First thing I want to do, let's go to the database and actually pull up map. Let's go to browse. And you see here I have locale as F1. And like I was saying before, you can set this up to where you have an A1, B1, C1, D1, and so forth. Or you can name this whatever you want as long as it goes into the player location. In other words, when a player goes from F1 to F2, or let's say you want to name it whatever you want to name it, as long as they coincide with each other, so when they move it automatically knows how to pick it up. The next thing is the file name. This is the name of the actual picture that you're going to have loaded for that. Cafe 1, my road, stuff like that. The next thing is the tag. Here, this is very important with the CSS style sheet that I've set up. You can change this, but currently the way it's set up is tag 1 through 25. If you look, tag 1, tag 2, tag 3, tag 4, tag 5, and then 6, 7, 8, and it goes all the way down to 25. It's 5 by 5, but it goes in sequential order like that. So this is tag 1, that's tag 2, that's tag 3. You need to keep it 1 to 25 whenever you're doing this. So the next map you make, let's say it's F2, you're going to put F2 and you're going to make them tag 1 through 25. Don't split them up, otherwise the database will not put them properly. Keep them in order. This order doesn't matter as far as if A1 doesn't need to be in front of these and B1 doesn't need, but they all is when you do create A1, it needs to be A1 tag 1 all the way to A1 tag 25 right in order, otherwise it's not going to work. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Just keep them all in order. The type is going to be, and I'm going to show you here in a minute, the type of shop it is. The value is the value of the shop or the property if someone wants to buy it from you later. The owner is who owns it, and as you can see it's just me and the city. The zoning type is commercial or residential. You can't build shops on residential areas, and this is how you can zone out your maps to where people can build houses only in certain places. And then your city is the actual name of the city, and this is where this gets huge. You have A1 and A2 and A3 all the way. I mean, you have an infinite amount of locales per city. So for every city, you can have an infinite amount of maps. I mean, it really does get big. It's really huge. I really wish I would have had more time to design this to flow better, because the actual map system is really going to be huge. I mean, it's going to work, everything's going to be fine, but you are going to have to tweak it some to get things exactly right. To be honest with you, I haven't even tested like an F2, and maybe after all these videos are done I will, and if anybody gets ahead of me and does it and anything doesn't work, please post your problem and we'll get it fixed. But let's go back to our map, and let's actually go to, let's pull up our index. At the very bottom we have our map, and if you notice we have the bypass. As long as we're actually on map and we haven't had any bypass, we're going to pull this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do select all from map, where locale equals your player info locale, which is F1, and then we're going to pull that, and for all 25 of those it's going to look for the type, and if it's shop, then it's going to put a link going to the tag, and then it's going to put the building picture because it's doing an image, whatever the file name is. If you notice, we named the file name right here. Same with the tag and the shop ID, and then it's of course going to do 100 by 100 with no border, and you're going to have one for every shop that you have. If you want to create a brand new shop, all you do is copy this right here, paste it, put in the name of whatever you're going to name it in the database. Let's say you want to create a new shop that's a pawn shop. You name that pawn shop. You name this to equal 1, and so you're going to want pawn shop equals 1, and that's all you have to do right here. That's done. You save that and you're done right there. I'm going to delete it so I don't get confused right here. But then whenever you go into your database, if you want to build a pawn shop, you create your icon of a pawn shop, name it whatever you want. Let's say we're going to name it pawn 1, and then you enter it in here, pawn 1, and then the type of the shop is pawn shop, and then you put the city value and whatever else, and bam, you have a pawn shop built. And that's just how, and then we'll go into build and how we make pawn shops later, but that's how you make them to where they're addable to the map. That's all there is to it as far as being able to select them from the map. Let's go back. So let's look at this right here real quick. Let's look at this for sale sign. Let's click on it. This is, you can buy a lot, and it tells you who's the owner, this type of zoning, if it's commercial or residential, and the value is 10,000. I have enough money, so let's buy it. Okay, so I bought it, and now it's an empty lot. I can build anything I want on it, and let's go through how we did that. Scroll up to the top real quick. Let's make this fast. First thing we have is for sale. Okay, if you notice down there, we put, let me zoom back down since I forgot to kind of show it to you. When we clicked on it, this was the for sale. If type equals for sale, it gave us a link back to index where we're at, but the tag is for sale equals 1. So it reloads index where we're at right now, and the first thing is if it's at get for sale, which it is, then we're going to do this right here. We're going to bypass the map. The tag equals the tag that we got. We're going to look at the price. We're going to get the price that we posted. Let's see, actually this isn't going to be done yet. We're going to skip that. We're going to go else here. Here's where we actually, it's going to select the property that we picked, and then here's our purchase property. It's going to give us our property info. It's going to put the little for sale sign thing up there. It's going to give the value from that. Remember, this is all coming from map in the database. It's going to give you the zone and the value and the owner, and then it's going to give you a chance to post. If basically it's going to give you a chance to say yes, I want to buy it, or no, I don't. But if you notice here, we got for sale equals 1 again, and then we got our tag. So, and then this time we actually input the price. We're going to send the price through a post variable, a lot safer than get. That way they can't alter it. And so when we hit the yes, I want to buy it, we're going to go right back to index PHP again. Except for this time, it's going to hit the for sale, but this time we have a price set. So now it's going to go here to this price, and it's going to say, well, the price equals this. It's going to check to make sure you have enough cash. If not, you do not have enough cash. Else, we're going to update the map, set the owner as you. The file name equals now empty lot because it's empty. Type equals empty lot. That way it knows how to pull it. If you want to change your empty lot, you can do that from, you'll have to go through and change all these, but you shouldn't want to change any of that. Where the locale equals where that player is sitting, and the tag equals the tag. And the tag is like that 1 through 25. That's how it knows where you're actually clicking, is by the tag. So depending on where you click, that's the tag it's sending. And if you look down here while I'm moving, you'll see that tag 8, 9, 10, and so forth. And that's how it knows what tag and what location is, because it's F1 and then the tag. And basically that purchases your property for you, and that's all there is to purchasing property. And now if we go back into the database to look at it, you'll see that we need to make sure to refresh this real quick. You'll see that now it's now an empty lot, and I own it, and everything's updated.